Since today's topic is detox and how to achieve a proper dopamine detox, let's go make ourselves a nice cup of coffee to release some dopamine while we drink it. So I can tell you why you should not drink your morning cup of coffee. Let's get into it. The important thing about a dopamine detox is that your brain literally runs on dopamine. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, dopamine is the system that allows you to feel rewarded after a certain thing is achieved or even before a certain goal is achieved. So, you might be wondering, how can one cup of coffee ruin my dopamine system? Let me tell you. But first, let's put some coffee in this. Alright, now we're going to test this thing's ASMR capabilities. So I hope you guys are in for the ride with me here. Let's take the first sip of coffee. I think you'll even be able to hear it. Alright. Anyways, what is a dopamine detox and why you should do it? It basically explains itself in the name. Dopamine detox is a detox of your dopamine system. Because how your brain works is it gets things done through your dopamine. So your dopamine allows you to go chase your goals. It's exactly the same thing that cavemen back in the day used in order to chase theirs. Find shelter, provide for their families, all that kind of thing. Now, it was a lot easier back then to accomplish all those goals too. Like, all the greatest inventors were from the BC years all the way up to like the early 1900s. And do you wonder why you don't see those kinds of huge inventors today, or at least not as much? It's because of our dopamine-dependent society. So, what kind of dopamine distractions are there? Well, I mean, you name it. Whatever you're watching this video on right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, YouTube was literally created in order to keep you watching, in order to keep you on their app, not create what you were meant to create. I used to have a YouTube addiction, and prior to making YouTube videos, I used to actually mass consume YouTube videos and literally just sit at home and do absolutely nothing. So, dopamine comes in many ways. Dopamine comes from watching things. Dopamine comes from listening to music, listening to podcasts. Dopamine comes from tugging your meat. Basically, anything you eat, watch, and hear. So, why do you need a dopamine detox? Well, if you live in today's society, it is likely that you are very much overstimulated. You ever wonder why when you go outside, the green grass doesn't hit, the smell of the grass doesn't hit, the smell of the air doesn't hit like it used to when you were a kid? That's exactly why, bro. It's because when you were a kid, you weren't saturated with dopamine. You were just coming into the world and experiencing all the world has to offer, naturally. You were playing outside, more likely, not staying inside, unless you're an iPad kid, which in that case, you are very oversaturated. So basically, society took that from you. But guess what? Because you're watching this video, it is likely that you want to try a dopamine detox yourself, or you want to know simply what it is. So I'm telling you that it completely changed my life. I mean, I did a dopamine detox with my friend for 1 week. So I didn't listen to music, I didn't listen to podcasts. I was only allowed to read and literally drink water, because I would not even have this cup of coffee. Caffeine in coffee is another thing that releases dopamine, by the way, which is exactly why I said to not drink it, because caffeine is a stimulant. Back to what I was saying, it completely changed my life. I completely stopped indulging in any of these dopamine-releasing activities, and when I tell you, the week after that felt absolutely euphoric. It literally felt like a kid again. And I realized, I could technically feel like that all the time. So what did I do? Is I limited my dopamine. I didn't completely cut out this cup of coffee. I didn't completely cut out music. In fact, I still listen to music sometimes. And that's another thing you guys will learn when you do a dopamine detox, is when you remove all of those distractions that used to trigger your dopamine system, you're going to have so much free time to accomplish what you want to accomplish. That business that you were putting off that you wanted to start, you can literally start that. You know, that job application you wanted to apply for, you can do that now. There's just so much more room for you to take action because there's less distractions. See, I didn't see that at the time. About a year ago, I was like so consumed by watching YouTube, overindulging in music, that I had no idea that my dopamine was even fried. It even came to a point, guys, where I was demotivated to make myself a lunch sandwich. That's right. I was demotivated to go to the kitchen and make myself a sandwich because my brain told me that it was too much work. Can you imagine how fried your receptors have to be in order to come to that conclusion? It's insane. Dopamine detox is a way to completely reset your brain, hit the reset button so you feel like a kid again. Why you should do it is because likely your dopamine system is down, and to bring it back up again, you got to stop doing the shit that you were doing to basically fry your shit. So stop doing the shit that fries your shit. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and check out the brand Lucid Physique, guys. Just recently started this brand. We're taking people on for coaching to transform your physique, transform your mentality, and get you to the best version that you can possibly be, and to reach your highest potential.